Want to say anything until I heard certain things on this floor, and I felt that we needed to clear that. I'm an Igbo man, and our people say that when the traditional healer is making medicine for the eye, that he shouldn't find pepper nearby, because any pepper that goes into the eye means that that medicine will not work. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I want to talk specifically on the matter of whether people were being sent away. No Nigerian is being sent away from anywhere. Criminals are being sent away from the forest where they are. And so, when we now come here and say, some people, after doing this thing and they're sending people away, you send the wrong message out. The message is simple. The police IG has told us these are criminal elements coming from outside Nigeria. And what we should ask ourselves is, if somebody is a criminal and he is in the forest, what is he doing inside there? And we want to paper over matters of this nature to please whatever. What we want to say is simple. We either want to solve this problem, and in order to solve the problem, the desideratum is that all criminal elements that are coming into this country from wherever they are must be flushed out. Simply sit up. I would like to start by saying that perhaps the title or the caption of this motion should have been, instead of general insecurity in Nigeria, should be the menace of Fulani herdsmen in Nigeria. I say so because not quite too long ago, the Sultan of Sokoto, His Eminence, was reported to have said that out of every 10 kidnappers arrested, 7 or 8 are Fulani. In fact, in my own local government, in the recent past, almost all the kidnappers, the highway robbers that have been arrested were all Fulanis. So, Mr. President, we must face this fact. Why is that so? It is because the Fulanis are being encouraged or are being allowed free rein in this country to do whatever they like. I will just tell you one short story. 3 weeks ago, I was informed that some Fulani people were having a conversation. One man is a cattle Fulani or a Fulani herdsman. The other 2 people are town Fulani or Fulani elites. The Fulani elites accuse the cattle Fulani of causing insecurity in the country, or especially in our local government, because they had abducted, they have kidnapped a district head, they have kidnapped a prominent community leader. And the cattle Fulanis replied them, he said, we have not read, we are not learned, we don't know anything. The only thing we know is our cows and grazing our cows in the bush. It is you, learned Fulani people, that buy guns and give us and send us on missions. So, Mr. President, we must face this fact that these people are being supported in high places. It must stop. Thank you very much.
Distinguished colleagues, let me in a group. Most of us know that people will say some of these people are not from Nigeria. Many people assert that we get people from outside the country. So I will advise that we stick to these criminal elements without calling Fulani, because Fulani is an ethnic group. they are not also spared. Many Fulanis are killed. So we need everybody on board in the fight to win against criminality. So I just want to guide us this way. Distinguished Senator Chimaroke Nnamani.
Thank you. At this time, Mr. President, like my colleagues have said, we have a national crisis on our hands. And it's a national crisis that has been devoid of leadership, both politically and morally. And we must say it the way it is. We must say it the way it is. Mr. President, let me give you a little statistics. Between 2017 and May 2020, there have been 654 attacks, 2,539 killed, 393 wounded, 253 kidnapped, 16 raped, 7,582 homes destroyed. That is an analysis that has been done by a research firm that is based in Brussels on what is happening in this country. And I listen to us here. For us to be saying that they're not Nigerians, it's an indictment on our leadership. That people are coming into this country, they are maiming our people, they are killing our people, they are raping our people, and we are saying they are not Nigerians. And yet these are the same security people that we are now going to promote to be ambassadors of this country, representing this country. It's an indictment, and it's not acceptable. I represent a border community that's bordering some neighboring towns, neighboring countries. I went there over the weekend. The whole place has been destroyed by all these herdsmen. People's earnings, people's lives has been destroyed. People that are taking all these cattle away, they are doing it as a business. And these people, their own lives are being destroyed because somebody else's business, they say they are trying to feed their cows. It is upsetting. And we must rise up to this occasion. This country is at the precipice of a civil war or even falling apart, or of a failed state. So, Mr. President, I rise that the president needs to speak and calm the nation and talk to the nation. Mr. President, here we are. We're just looking at what has just recently happened in America now. In 1 month, the president has passed over 30 executive orders. The president can pass an executive order banning open grazing, banning the criminality of carrying ammunition, guns and AK-47s when you are going. Enumerate all these herdsmen. There are actions that he can take immediately, but nothing is being done. I so rest my case.
Senator Cole.
No tribe should be mentioned. That is very correct and true. I will also agree with the minority leader when he says the issue is national. That is also true. Now, what I'm going to say is that the herders that trespass this country, not all of them are Nigerians. That is absolutely true. My constituency is not on the border, but near the border, just neighboring Yobe State. And every year, herders either driving camels or cows or goats and sheep come across immediately after harvest, and they sack the farmers, they take away their harvest, and if they resist, they kill them. This has been going on for more than 20 years. And I have been raising that issue in my local community, in the Emirate Council. And we have written to the immigration to stop them from coming in, and the customs, but nothing has happened. Now they are spread all over Nigeria. And I can tell you, sir, that I have seen a video where so-called Fulanis, I'm sorry to mention that, herders were occupying a place somewhere, I think either in Oyo or Ogun or somewhere. And the video was indicating where these people grouped in one place, and the language they speak was French. because I understand French a little bit. So what we are supposed to do in this chamber is to find solution, not to narrate stories of sorrows. So please, let us address ourselves to the solution. The people are already here, and they are spread all over Nigeria. So let's find a solution, either how to get rid of them or how to arrest all of them, because they are criminals. They have no tribe. Crime has no tribe. There are only two tribes in the whole world: good people and bad people. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much.
It has a religious dimension, and that is Boko Haram. That is threatening the northeast, northwest, and the north central now. We have to rise to the occasion to get it done. The other issue to get at it is the governors that are negotiating with criminals and bandits. We have to look at it seriously and advise against that. They negotiate with them, arms them to continue doing more because people will listen to them. The other issue is the other dimension. If there's a farmer header crisis, and the solution to it is ranching. People have said that moving cattle up and down is a way of life. There was a time when we used to be naked. We don't wear clothes. That was our way of life before. Now we have to modernize. So the only way to get things done properly now is to modernize and make sure that the ranching, the free movement of cattle here and there should not continue. That's the solution to it. The other issue why if you check the land space between the south and the north, we have more land space in the north than in the south. But the trouble of cattle headers are in the south. The essence is the market. They're looking for market. Because in the north, the cattle is not, cow meat is not consumed. But we consume it more in the south. So if we are going to get these things done properly, that the people who are looking for market should come to a place where they want to get it. Let us see how we can find common ground to make sure that things work well for us here. The other issue is the ECOWAS protocol that has allowed people to move freely into this country. I have said it on patent time that we have to look at the ECOWAS protocol to ensure how we can know people who are coming to the country or not. And even the visa on arrival that has been given is something that is not helping matters. You know, you see, criminals come into our country here, and because we say visa on arrival, they come over and cross over, and then people give them this by medicine. It is not working. It is one of the recipe for the trouble we have in this place. The other issue is the total invitation.
The Congress, you should round up.
I'm saying, Mr. President, that we have to be up and doing on this issue. We have to be open-minded. That's the only way we can do it. If not, we have crisis on our hands. And if this crisis comes, nobody is going to will be excluded from it. Thank you so much.
Senator Nicholas Tofowomo.
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Nicholas Tofowomo. I'm representing Ondo South. We've been talking about security in this chamber